students, welcome in my geography class 9th with the chapter Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. Have you ever observed the types of trees, bushes, grasses, and birds in the fields and parks nearby your surroundings? What did you observe? Have you ever observed all these things are similar or there are variation in them? Yes, we see the variation in all these things. India is a vast country with different types of bioform which are available throughout the country. In this chapter, we will talk about this natural vegetation and wildlife of India. In this chapter, we will see that this planet Earth, with millions of other being creatures, starting from microorganisms and bacteria, lichens to banyan trees, elephants, and blue whales. If we look around ourselves, we will be able to find that there are some animals and plants which are unique in our area. In fact, India is one of the richest countries in terms of biological diversity. That is why India is one of the 12 mega biodiversity countries in the world. Now, what proof that India is actually the mega biodiversity country? Yes, three facts are enough to prove this statement true. India has about 47,000 of plant species. Clear? Second, India is having about 15,000 of flowering plants. In India, we have 15,000 flowering plant species. And the country has many non-flowering plants such as fern, algae, and fungi. India also has 90,000, see the figure, 90,000 species of animals as well as rich variety of fish which are found in fresh water as well as in marine water. These three facts are enough to prove the statement that India is one of the mega biodiversity countries in the world. Now, what do you mean by natural vegetation? Okay? Natural vegetation refers to a plant community which has grown naturally without human efforts and has been left undisturbed by the humans for a longer time. That type of vegetation is known as virgin vegetation. Along with this, you must know about the endemic or indigenous species and the exotic species. See, endemic or indigenous species are those species of a virgin vegetation which are purely Indian, or by origin they are Indian. Okay? And there are some species which have come from foreign country or outside India. They are termed as exotic plants. Clear? Now, flora. This term flora is used to refer the plants of a particular region or a period. The total plantation covers consisting of forest, grasslands and shrubs. It is the original natural vegetation of the area. That all refers to flora. Fauna. Fauna refers to the animal life of a given area as well as or you can say the species of animals which are referred as fauna. Clear? This huge diversity in flora and fauna is due to certain factors. India is one of the richest country in the world having flora and fauna. There are certain reasons behind that. Now we will talk about those reasons. These two reasons are broadly we classify the factors of flora and fauna into two: relief features and climatic features. ठीक है? Relief feature is further divided into land and soil. In relief feature, we will talk about land and soil. How land affects the natural vegetation. ठीक है? This land affect the natural vegetation of an area directly or indirectly. ठीक है? And we see different kinds of vegetation in the mountainous region, plain regions, plateau region, as well as in desert areas. So kind of the plants which grow in dry and wet areas also differ. The plants which are grown in dry areas cannot be grown in the wet areas. In the same way, the plants which are grown in wet areas cannot be grown in dry areas. So land also plays an important role in influencing the natural vegetation. The fertile land is used for cultivation and growing crops, whereas the undulating and rough terrains are the areas where what are the things which are grown? There we see the grasslands and the woodlands. And this actually provide a kind of shelter to the variety of wildlife. Now soil. Second important relief feature is soil. Soil also varies from place to place. And India, we have approximately 6 or more than 6 types of soil. Okay? And this different types of soil provide basis for different types of vegetation in India. The sandy soil of the desert support cactus and thorny bushes, while wet marshy deltic soil supports the mangrove and deltic vegetation, whereas the hill slopes with the depth of soil have conical trees, and these conical trees are actually known as coniferous forest. Now we will see the climatic factors of the natural vegetation. Under this climatic factor, we had taken 3 subtopics: temperature, photoperiod, and precipitation. And one by one, we will talk about temperature, photoperiod, and precipitation. Temperature. See, temperature also plays an important role in shaping the natural vegetation of an area. How? First of all, we see the number of lines drawn on globe. Okay? They are the latitudes and longitudes. Here we are talking about the latitudes. When latitude divides, then we see the variation in temperature. Okay? We see the variation in temperature. 5 major latitudes are equator, Tropic of Cancer, and Arctic Circle, which you called as the northern pole. In the same way, toward the south, we have Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle or the South Pole. See, temperature in all these areas also differ from torrid region to temperate region and to frigid zone. And this temperature plays to character and extend the vegetation which are grown in these areas, which are actually along with the humidity, precipitation, and soil. On the slopes of the Himalaya and the hills of the peninsula, which are above the height of 915 meters, affects the type of vegetation and its growth and changes it from tropical to subtropical temperate to alpine vegetation. Clear? Photo period. Next one is your photo period, means the amount of sunlight. The amount of sunlight which is received by an area. So variation, we see the variation in duration of sunlight at different places because of different latitudes, altitudes, seasons, and the duration of day. Due to longer duration of sunlight, due to longer duration of the sunlight, trees grow faster in summer season. You did not ever observe, but that's true. Trees grow faster in summer season. Is that clear? And now we will talk about the third point, that is precipitation. In India, almost the entire rainfall is brought by the advanced southwest monsoon. Means we have monsoon season which is identified from June to September, and we have the retreating monsoon also during the September to or winter rainfall, September to October. Okay? So areas in India, we have the areas of heavy rainfall. It means the areas which have heavy rainfall have more dense vegetation as compared to those which receives less rainfall. Clear? That's all in this video. Remaining part of the chapter will be discussed in next video.